Hey, this is Daniel, and you're listening to episode number 1 of the Drummer Daily Podcast. I thought today I'd give you a little idea about how this thing's going to work and kind of the thought behind this whole thing. The first thing is you may notice the audio quality isn't great on this podcast, and the reason for that is simply because I'm going to be doing this podcast every day while I'm going about doing other things. And the idea is that I want to give you daily thoughts about drumming, being a professional drummer, anything like that. And so instead of having to compose my thoughts and sit down in front of a computer with a nice mic and an interface and open up Logic or something and record something, I am just plugging a lav mic into my iPhone and talking about what I think is happening in the drumming world, what's happening in my world, and things that I notice. So thanks for listening. Today I just wanted to share with you something. I was on a drummer forum a few days ago, and a pretty popular one. And there was a guy who posted there, and he basically said, "Hey guys, I just got signed up for a single lesson with a professional drummer." And he mentioned the guy's name that he's going to get a lesson with. It's a guy who is a professional drummer here in Nashville. And he's like, I got one lesson with this guy, and I was trying to think of what I should try to get out of it. It's an hour lesson. I don't know what to ask about. So I was thinking maybe you guys could give me some tips. And he listed off some things he wanted to learn. But one thing he wanted to learn was maybe in an hour he could tell him how to increase his foot speed for his kick drum. And while I think that's, needing to focus on specific things like that is good if you have a problem with something and it's preventing you from playing. But I just immediately was like, what in the world could this drummer that he's getting a lesson from, the professional guy, what could he possibly tell this guy in an hour and a half lesson that's going to magically make his foot faster? And the thing about that is I know there's probably exercises, that's probably what he was thinking about, but it just got me thinking about how as drummers so many times we like to focus on one thing that we want to fix. So make my hands faster, make my feet faster. I want to play this one double paradiddle faster. Or I want to do better at playing ghost notes or whatever it is. And the thing I've realized, in case you don't know, I'm in my 30s. I've been playing drums since I was 5. And I've been playing professionally since I was 14. So I've been focused on drumming for a long time. And what I've picked up on in myself, so I'm not calling anybody out on this, is as drummers, and this is probably true of any musician, but as drummers, if we learn something new or we're working on something, that tends to be the only thing we play. And so, I play at church some, and so I'd be working on this new thing when I was a teenager, and then, Sunday morning or Wednesday night in youth group, you better believe every song they'd be hearing that crazy ghost note pattern that I've been working on all week. And so my thought with the whole idea about, I want to increase my foot speed is, if you're a mature drummer, or at least you're not a kid, and you're trying to work on playing drums, hopefully you'll have the discipline to not want to just make your feet faster and then go off and start playing faster with your feet. Who knows if that actually is the case with this guy or not? But it just got me thinking about how we get distracted by one thing we want to improve about our playing, and then we end up just obsessing over it and overusing it. And like I said, there's nothing that anybody can tell you in a single lesson that's going to make your feet better. That's why I like to focus on playing drums overall. My feet got faster, my hands got faster. I got better playing ghost notes just by playing along with music when I was younger. I didn't focus on trying to do this thing or that thing better. I just wanted to play the songs better. And the great thing about that is that it was so general, my improvement was so general, that I didn't have anything to distract me, even when I was a kid, from playing the drums, or distract me while I was, playing at church or whatever with a band. And so it made me a lot less annoying of a musician to play with, especially related to other, 15-year-old kids playing drums, because I wasn't playing this crazy stuff that annoyed the other musicians. And strangely enough, you can get really far in the professional music world if you can just play solid and don't annoy other people. Just don't get in the way, don't ruin the song. So anyway, I'm not saying don't focus on your hands or don't focus on your feet or don't try to get better at individual things. I'm just saying be really careful with that stuff and try to improve your playing overall a little bit. And that's all I got for today. Hopefully you kind of understand what this is about. I'm going to be doing these podcasts daily, and so I am kind of shooting off the cuff here, not really put my thoughts together well, but I want something for you guys to listen to every day, and I don't want it to be too long. That way you can listen to it every day and it not take up a huge part of your day. So anyway, until next time, thanks for listening. If you do want to get your playing better and you want to specifically improve playing with a click, I'm doing a beta right now of a program, a 2-week boot camp that's going to help you play drastically better with a click in just 2 weeks of playing 20 minutes or less each day. So go over to danielhadaway.com/beta if you're listening to this anytime in the mid to late 2016 time of the year. After that, just go to danielhadaway.com and check out what I've got to offer there. I've got a lot of resources that are free to help you become a better player. My whole focus as a drummer is to help you become a drummer that other people want to play with and other people want to hire. So you're not going to hear any shredding from me. You're not going to hear any, crazy licks from me. You're just going to hear advice about what it takes to actually get hired as a musician. So thanks for listening so much, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.